I want to know how you prepare for a golf tournament.
Well, I hit balls maybe 20 minutes, putt a little bit, smoke 4 or 5 cigarettes, drink 3 Diet Cokes, and go to the first tee. Some days I won't even go to the range.
Welcome to the Daily Puck Drop. It's your daily sports show about nothing. Episodes Monday through Friday here at pucksports.com. And, of course, on YouTube, Apple, Spotify, wherever you find your podcasts. You can follow me, please, on Puck 2040 on X and Instagram. Also on TikTok. And, of course, Jason Puckett on Facebook. We are broadcasting from the Puck Sports Studios built by Limback Lumber, the Northwest premier supplier of specialized lumber and moldings, family-owned and servicing the Northwest since 1930. Summer is here. That means it's summer and deck season and fence season. You can contact the fine folks at Limback Lumber at 206-782-3487 or visit them online at limbacklumber.com. Puck Sports Studios built by Limback Lumber. Jim, where are you today? It's very windy.
Yeah, Puck, I'm sorry. I'm letting you down here. I'm usually doing it from the garage. And
what happened to the garage setup? That was a great setup.
No, I know. I'll go back to that. I apologize for the windy conditions. It doesn't seem like it's that windy, but it sounds like it must be coming across that way. But yeah, I'm just at a vacant lot about a mile from my house. Okay, here's the deal. So like if I go out in the garage, I won't wake up the kids or my wife. They all sleep in. Okay. And then my wife is like, you always talk louder when you're on with Jason, but you're trying to have that energy and enthusiasm, right? So better than hey, good morning, Puck. This is my golf voice right now. I don't want to wake up my kids and wife. But then if I go out to the garage and shut the door, then the dogs are out there with me, and if I put them inside, they bark to get out with me, and then once they're out with me, they start barking outside, and they go over to the neighbor's place. The neighbors already had words with me this morning. I told them I was a shitty neighbor. I apologize. I'll do better. I'm going to go get him a gift card today at Dutch Brothers and see if that will help. God, his wife really is angry with me. Yeah.
Why are the neighbors? The guy is or the girl?
The girl, yeah.
Okay, perfect. Why are the neighbors angry with
I'll
you?
Just keep looking at you. What? Because my dogs go over there. They've got a dog that they keep on a leash, and my dogs just kind of wander around the cul-de-sac. And, it's the same old with me. Like, Jim's a bad dog owner unless you're the dog. And if you're the dog, you really like me as an owner because I let you roam around a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, so they're upset with the dogs going into your yard.
They are.
Is this because you don't put them on leashes?
Yes, I think I explained that, but you mustn't have heard me. Maybe your listeners did, but yeah, I don't know. God, I'll be honest with you. The house that we moved into, it's not my deal. And I feel terrible saying that because it's a beautiful home, but it's not my deal. It's not. I don't have anywhere I can go. That's why I'm in the garage in the laundry room, and if you saw my house, you'd be going, "What are you bitching about, man? God, what a loser! What are you doing?" But Puck, I grew up in Redmond. It was rural, and I really like the rural environment, and I don't want to be on a frickin' cul-de-sac. I'm sorry. For all the people who are on cul-de-sacs, I know that it's probably great, but I don't know. It's not my deal.
You want some property and some privacy, but here's the deal about like the house itself, that where you're at in Bend. I mean, you've got family members sleeping until 8:30. I mean, come on, we're grown adults.
8:30?
Who sleep? What time do they get up?
They usually get up around 10.
Oh, that is.
And then I make breakfast for them.
Oh God, I wouldn't. I'd make their own damn breakfast.
And Kathy, she stays up late, watches General Hospital reruns, and then, comes to bed like at 2 and gets up around 10. I'll go back, and then wake her up because we have a tea time at 11:20 today. So,
well, if she can make it up after watching, General Hospital reruns. All right. Well, were you up last night on Thursday when the news came down, the first place I saw it, no apologies to Adam Jude, because I think Adam Jude of the Seattle Times actually had it first, but the first place I saw it, I was just scrolling social media as I saw it from Ken Rosenthal. What do you make of the Randy Arozarena deal? Were you up last night and saw it, or did you see it this morning?
No, I saw it last night. Yeah, I didn't get to bed till 11, and the news broke, about 9:30 or something like that. And I found out from my kids because they were on social media, and they immediately started dancing around the kitchen. They were so excited. And then Mikey was doing that Arozarena thing that he does. He does the crossed arm thing. So he was really excited about it. I think Mariner fans, I think everybody's excited about it. Because we always were so skeptical that they're going to do anything. And then when they do something, it's just kind of a little ripple. And you're going, gee, I hope this guy can hit like he did in 2018, that type of player. And yet this is a guy that's a proven commodity. I mean, and what he's done, and you put it out on Twitter too, about the best thing about him is how clutch he is. I mean, what he does in the postseason is unbelievable.
He's a beast in the postseason. He's got like the third or fourth highest OPS in the history of the sport. But his postseason in 33 games, 336, 414, 690, and over 1,000 OPS. He's an unbelievable. He's a beast.
Well, 10 home runs in that one postseason alone. Who does that?
Yeah.
Think about it. I mean, postseason playoff pitching better than what you see in the regular season. He had 10 home runs that one year. So, yeah, you just plug him into left field and hope that he can play. And it's hope it'll play in Seattle. And his career numbers are 847 OPS at T-Mobile. So that's encouraging at least.
Yeah, I love the deal. Here's the deal. You didn't have to. Here's the deal. If I can say deal a couple more times, they didn't have to give up anything for him. Well, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say they haven't give up anything for him because I was reading Jim Bowden and he likes these two guys, Aiden Smith, who's a 20-year-old outfield prospect. He's a 12th rated prospect. They're in the organization, and then also Brody Hopkins, a single A kid, both single A guys, 22 years old. I think he's the 22nd overall prospect. He likes both of them, but you didn't have to give up anybody in your top 10, right?
Are you concerned at all about the player to be named later? Because it looks, from our perspective, it looks one-sided. And typically a player to be named later is just some throw-in guy that isn't all that great either. But in this case, you just kind of wonder, why would the Rays just give him up like that for these two guys?
I maybe, and I think Jim Bowden did say in a tweet that the player coming back will be, I don't know what I think he said significant. So, I mean, I hope it's not like someone with inside that top 10. But, I mean, I think as it stands now, I think you like where it's at. Yeah, you're right. I guess we need to wait and see who that player to be named later is. I hope it's somebody not inside, that top 10. Here's what he said on the Arozarena deal. He said, Aiden Smith, who tools to impact the game on both sides with advanced skills, strong decision-making, contact and impact for age. He said this about the pitcher, Brody Hopkins, freak athlete, big-time power in the starting pitcher role. I'm told the player to be named later is a solid player as well. So solid player, I don't know. That's not top 10. Just a solid player. I don't.
Okay, and then if you want to weigh in on the skeptical side of things, I mean, I'm with you. And I love that they're making a big splash. They were desperate. They knew they needed to do something.
I don't think this is a big splash, though.
You don't? Well, it's not a ripple either.
No, but I don't think.
So what is it? Like if it's a cannonball off the low dive then?
It's a diving into the lake.
That's it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I was excited about it.
No, don't take it. I'm excited about the move. You asked me, is it a big splash? It's not a big splash. I mean, this cannot be the only thing they do. Randy Arozarena is not going to change the fortunes of the offense.
Well, yeah, he is. Why wouldn't he change the fortunes of the offense? Just him alone.
There's no way he will.
Well, won't that lineup be this much better at least?
Well, yeah, but we're arguing over verbiage here. You said he's not a big splash trade. Nor is he going to make them, like, when I say big splash, this is one. There was never going to
By
be truly
Mariners
one.
standards, this is a big splash.
Well, there's never going to truly be one player that was going to take them way over the edge. They needed multiple players with this offense.
Okay.
This is I think a very good pickup, a very good trade.
Yeah. I'm going to put the skepticism aside for a little while and just go, okay, this is kind of cool what they did. We all know that name, and we all know that. And yeah, everybody's seen his stats this year. He wasn't good in March or April or May, but in June and July, he's been really good, and he's back to where he was career-wise. So I thought it was encouraging on all levels, really. And then, go back, whoever this player to be named later is, and these other two kids, Smith and Hopkins, maybe they'll turn out to be great, all three of them. And if they do, okay, fine. But at least you're taking a shot this year because you knew you needed to do something. And maybe Arozarena, once you get in the playoffs, he's got the proven track record there. Yeah. And then he's the kind of guy that can help you get there. And we know that they've been fading pretty badly the last month.
This is I want to just backtrack and make it clear. I'm excited they got Randy Arozarena. I just think they need I don't think he's enough to completely. He's not the sole player or enough to completely solve their offensive woes. That's just because they have so many holes offensively. Does Arozarena make them better? Obviously, it makes them better. Yeah, his down year, which is what, 211, 318, 394 with an OPS of 712, right? You look at this is how bad this Mariners offense is. His on-base percentage of 318 is number one on the team. I'm not going to factor in Victor Robles yet because he doesn't have enough at-bats. His slugging of 394 is number two on the team. That's behind Cal Raleigh. His OPS is 712, again, number two on the team behind Cal Raleigh. Now, that's more of a commentary just on how bad the Mariners have been. But his down year, he's leading the Mariners in almost every statistical category. And you touched on him the last 2 months. The last month, he's gotten back to Randy Arozarena. He's hitting 299, 379, slugging 584 with an OPS of 964. So his trajectory is going up and up and up.
He had a game on Saturday against the Yankees where he went 4 for 5 with 2 home runs. So, yeah, real encouraging to see that. Now, the only thing, I'll go back to the skepticism thing because that's usually my deal anyway.
Of course.
Do you worry about trading with the Rays? I saw there's been 14 deals with the Rays, and I didn't do the research to find out who won or lost all those trades. But do we get into bed with the Rays, and do we worry a little bit about them knowing something that we don't? That's when have we gotten a great player from Tampa Bay?
Okay,
I'm thinking about Ben Gamel or what?
Now I've got to go through every.
What about the Zunino trade? Did that work out?
Well, I was just looking that up. The Mike Zunino deal. If I can spit it out. Who did they get from Mike Zunino? They got Jake Fraley and Malik Smith. Malik Smith, the only thing I remember about him is that he was number 0. You remember that? And what did Zunino go do when he left Seattle?
I think he was an All-Star 1 year there, wasn't he?
He was in 2021. He spent 4 years there. He put up Zunino. He had a better career in Seattle by far.
Yeah, and it's not that big. He's making $8 million, Arozarena, so it's
under club control.
Yeah, but is it like Polanco from the Twins? The Twins knew that maybe he was on the downside of things. I can't. It's hard to fathom really the two kids that they gave up and the player to be named later, and you get a potential All-Star. He was the starting left fielder in Seattle last year at the All-Star game. So yeah. It's got to add up from Tampa Bay's perspective. And, I saw somebody gave the Mariners an A on the trade, but that same somebody gave them a B+ for the Tampa Bay. So it's not like Tampa Bay got fleeced here. There's no way they got fleeced.
But that's the way trades should work, though. See, I think we all fall into this trap where there's got to be a winner and a loser. And I get it. We all do it. Who won, who lost? But shouldn't a trade benefit both teams? I mean, Tampa Bay will never pay anyone. Okay, they're great at scouting, they're great at evaluation, and all of that, and they have been massively successful. And so they have identified 2 players that they think that they can, turn out and make better maybe in their organization. The Mariners are trading from a strength right now. I mean, they consistently have right now the number 1 farm system in baseball. So these are 2 guys that most people have never heard of. So they've traded these 2 guys away. They've protected anyone in their top 10, and they got a proven major league bat. Like I just, there is no downside to this, in my opinion. There's 0 downside to this move, because you traded from a position of strength. One is pitching. Okay, you would say, well, they need outfield help, young outfield help. Well, that's true, but you just acquired an outfielder. And again, you did not have to dip your toes into anyone within the top 10 of your system. That's a win-win, man. And who knows what Smith or Hopkins turn out to be. The Hopkins one, I'm not even concerned about Brody Hopkins at all. I take Brody Hopkins out, because you want to know why? This organization can find, draft, develop, find starting pitching / relievers anytime. They are unbelievable at that. So I don't really, Hopkins to me, and I've seen the clips of him, and he looks great and all that, but
so where do you slot?
I think in this organization.
Where do you slot him in the lineup?
Cleanup.
Put him cleanup right away?
Yeah.
Okay. Not 3.
Yeah.
You like him better at cleanup. And then what does that mean for Robles? Or whoever else you're trotting out there? I guess Rayleigh you put at first base or DH. Robles can probably play right field, I would think. You don't want to lose him as long as he's been hot. He's been one of your better hitters. So you want him in the lineup.
Yeah, put Robles in right, put Arozarena in left, and they've got. Well, first of all, this is with we're doing this with Julio coming back, and then Julio's in center. But yeah. I think right now they've got they'll put Robles in center, they'll put Arozarena in left, and then whatever combo they want to throw out there in right field right now.
Well, and so it's Les Haniger is a good thing.
Yeah, sure. Right. And then, you know what? And you can keep Haniger on your bench late in the game. Veteran bat that you can bring off the bench. That's a perfect role for Mitch Haniger. Nothing wrong with that.
God, it's just crazy thinking about Haniger having that player option for $17 million next year. Yes. Yeah, Jerry, brutal. I'll take that. Thank you.
He's picked up the player option already. Hey, Jerry, when can I just pick that up? Can I pick that up right now?
I know. God, I hope I'm breathing by that time so I can at least get that.
Here, and I'll give you another positive with Arozarena, right? Because remember, Teoscar said it. No one can hit at T-Mobile. Have you looked at his numbers at T-Mobile? It's 11 career games, so maybe I'll stop of throwing the parade. But 289, 333, 511, 844. Pretty good.
Yeah. No, what the heck? That's all you got for a sample size, so you got to go with it. And maybe he won't hit. That's the other thing. I get a kick out of the comment section, on all these stories. It's like, because Mariner fans are understandably just so burned out and thinking the worst is going to happen. I mean, this one guy on Jude's story today, like poor Randy, if he could hit before, that's about to change.
I know. Or I saw the hey, don't let him get into the Mariners hitting philosophy.
Oh, I know. God, as long as he doesn't control the zone, he'll be okay.
Yeah. Well, it is the it really is. We are conditioned as fans to just the worst. That the worst is going to happen.
Yeah. Well, and then, the negative side of it. Well, he struck out 100 times already this year, but he'll fit right in here. I don't think he's a big strikeout guy, though. He's average.
He was in the beginning, but he has toned it down of late. Yeah.
Yeah. So, he's just... It's weird what Tampa Bay does, though, because they're still in the wild card hunt. Their record is what? They're just one game worse than the Mariners or something.
Yeah, but they're waving. They understand their situation. They know what they're doing, right? I mean, they know where they're at. They know where they're at as a team, and they're just gonna, they're gonna go ahead and move on and start. Not only just technically give up on. I don't think they're technically giving up on this year, but they're just saying, hey, we need to. I mean, they are, but getting rid of Arozarena, but they're looking ahead, right, of how they can maneuver their roster. I thought Adam Jude of the Seattle Times just had a piece that came out just a bit ago, and saying that why the Mariners might not be done making moves after the Arozarena deal. And notes that they still could be very active here in the trade market. He's expected to report to the M's on Saturday in Chicago. My first reaction was he can't get on a plane and be in the lineup tonight. I mean, is it not that? I mean, I get that.
Who did Tampa play yesterday? Were they in?
I get that he has 3 days to report, but like, I mean, we can't just get him on a plane. Like, is it that hard? I mean, are you with? They didn't play.
Oh, they didn't play?
I want to double check. Oh, they did. I'm sorry. They did. They played in Toronto.
Toronto to Chicago? That wouldn't be that long.
A flight from Toronto to Chicago? How far is that?
Hour and a half, maybe?
Like, what does he got to go back home first? Like, I don't know.
Kate Marlowe's going, thank God I get one more opportunity before he gets here.
But I think in Jude's piece, I think that notes that whoever they get will be kind of a peripheral piece, not a that the Arozarena is the big swing, like you noted earlier.
Yeah, it's just, if you're a Rays fan, are you going, what gives here? Because he's a popular player there, and you get these three guys, and you're thinking, okay, prospects, that sounds good. Okay, let me read more about them, and then you find out that they're the 12th rated prospect in the team's organization here in Seattle, and the other guy being the 14th, and you're going, okay, that player to be named later better be better than the two guys that we know about. And then how long does it take usually on this? The later part of it, is it a week, 2 weeks, a month? When do we find? I mean, I'm curious.
Oh, to find out who the player is, I don't know. But Jude did write in the Times today here this morning on Friday that the player to be named later is another minor league prospect, obviously, who isn't ranked as highly as Smith or Hopkins.
Wow. Well, then I'm not happy if I'm a Rays fan at all.
Well, hold on. Let me take the Rays side for a quick second on Smith, the outfielder. Okay. Now this I didn't know anything about Hopkins. I watched a few highlights of him. Like, he's got a pretty nasty arm. Like, he's pretty, and he's super uber athletic. And he was a two-way guy in college and stuff.
Position player that turned into a pitcher only.
Yeah. So, but Smith, the interesting tie here with Arozarena, when the Rays acquired Arozarena from the Cardinals, I believe, he was the 12th ranked prospect in their organization.
Oh, okay.
Smith is the 12th ranked prospect in the M's organization. So, they're taking a flyer. Hey, last time we pulled off a trade like this, that type of ranking, it worked out well. So,
yeah. Okay. Well, and then maybe the Rays organization looks at these two guys more highly than Baseball America and Baseball Prospectus and all these other people. So,
and JimProspectus.com.
Yeah.
How's JimProspectus.com? What would you give this trade? What were the rankings?
Had you heard of those two young men before last night?
No. I said no. I've never heard of them.
No. I just like the Mariners are taking a shot. They're having a wild hair here, and
I agree.
We're worried that they might not do anything, and that Jerry was going to say, "Hey, there were so many teams in the wild card chase. The price was too high. We need the guys that are in the clubhouse to produce, and we need to rely on them. Internally, we're going to get better." Didn't you? Yeah.
This is great today. Now I don't, because as Jude wrote, let's wrap this up and move on to the quick Seahawks, and then we got to get to Hey, What the Puck. We got so many voicemails we got to get to. There's a lot of voicemails this week on Friday of voicemails. But I would just say this about. I would hope they would take another big swing at Vlad Guerrero. As Jude writes, he thinks, again, it's going to be a kind of if they add another trade, it's going to be kind of a minor piece, like a fill-in type player, backup catcher. They still have all their guys in the top 10 of their farm system. Harry Ford. If they don't deal Harry Ford, I'm going to be real curious to this offseason. Real curious.
What, to see?
Because I think on the table, trading Cal Raleigh is very much on the table then. they don't trade him now. Yeah.
Yeah. You think they hold Cal Raleigh's comments against him?
I think ownership does. I don't know about Dipoto.
And then the other
I think
part of it,
ownership does.
Raleigh probably doesn't want to play here long term.
Maybe
I mean,
he's
he seems
indicated
kind
that
of
to him.
his comments over in the past anyway. He seems kind of a little fed up and irritated with things here, and maybe he wants to move on.
Yeah, perhaps.
Yeah.
But Divish has maintained all along that he was convinced that Harry Ford would be dealt this year at this deadline, and that the fact that he could be, and they could dangle that out to Toronto or somebody else, but we shall see. All right, let's. I want to transition here to the Seahawks. We got to have a bet. You are all in on Sam Howell, and I'm going to take my guy Gino again. What do you want?
Well, I'm not going to take. See, I know what you're angling for.
I know.
And you always feel like I'm a sucker and that you can reel me in. And,
Those are your words.
Historically speaking, I think you might be right about that because I've lost 2 $500 bets to you. How's Hendon Hooker doing anyway?
Yeah. Where is Hooker? Did we decide? Is he with the
Lions? Minnesota? Lions?
I can't remember. I think it's the Lions.
Yeah. Well, I lost interest after the first round ended last year.
Okay. Okay. Here's the bet.
My bet is, okay, go ahead.
You don't think Howell is gonna win the job, but you think Howell is gonna start a game this year?
Yeah, and not with Gino being injured. You can throw that in.
Okay, perfect. Because that's why I wanted to clarify that.
Yeah.
Because I'll make a bet with you, but not about injury. You think Howell will start a game this year based on performance of Geno Smith?
Correct.
Okay. What would you like? How much?
Well, you sound like it'd be sky's the limit for you. Don't
Whatever
you think, okay, let's say Geno's like he was last year. And the system, even though people think, oh, God, he's really good with the vertical throws and Grubby fits his style, he's going to be terrific. But that offensive line, you talked about it yesterday. Wednesday. Yeah, I don't know. I just think, and then they're maybe going to shift at some point during the season. Let's say they're, 5-6, 5-7. Don't you think at that point they're going to be going, well, Geno hasn't really been as good as we thought we would in this system, and we kind of need to start looking toward the future because we're not going to make the playoffs. Let's give Sam a shot here against, whoever they're playing, Tampa Bay or whoever.
We'll see. Oh, so what do you want? How much do you want?
$250.
Okay. $250. Jim thinks that Sam Howell at some point will start a game this year, but based on performance of Geno Smith. So no injury. So this has if Geno gets injured and Howell has to start, the bet is void. It's not about that. It's just
I think I got you on this one because I'm even thinking I'm fast forwarding to game 17. And the Seahawks can't make the playoffs. They're 6-10 going into that game. And Geno, they probably go, well, what the hell, I mean, we've seen all of Geno in the first 16 games. Let's see what Sam has. Yeah.
All right.
You're not worried?
I am not worried. No.
Okay. But what's the other bet we have? We got $50 on something.
I don't know. I didn't write it down.
No, you wrote it down.
I didn't. I don't remember the $50 bet. I don't know what that is. I didn't write it down. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I should have. All right. I wanted to play the Deshaun. Please say you saw the Deshaun Foster UCLA thing.
You don't want to break down day 2 of Seahawks camp?
No. Well, the offense looks really good. I'm encouraged about that. That's great.
Derek Hall, you don't want to talk about him?
Derek Hall, yeah. He's all indications good. Offensive line is a mess. Just a mess.
Okay.
It just is. It's a mess. An absolute mess right now. So
yeah.
I'm good. I'm glad the offense looks good. And Derek Hall, Derek Hall. I think Darrell Taylor in this new system. I think these guys can be beasts. I don't think that their potential wasn't tapped into by the previous regime. So I'm encouraged to see what McDonald can do. McDonald, boy, he hits the weight room, doesn't he? Jesus.
Yeah, he looks good.
God, he's a big guy. Did you see the Deshaun Foster press conference?
I did, and I know
so
it's easy to laugh at him and how he performed that day.
And you don't want to laugh at him?
No, you know why I didn't want to laugh at him? Because I felt bad for him. And then I've battled stage fright my whole life, honestly. Right. And I stood there and I put myself in his shoes and I thought, damn, that was rough. For anybody who doesn't like getting in front of a podium, in front of an audience, I think we all kind of went, yeah, that wasn't a good look. And if I'm a UCLA fan, you can't base it off of one press conference, but it's just like that dopey guy they had for the 49ers, Jim Tomsula.
Oh, yeah.
Remember how bad he was with the media? And you can't really make that parallel.
It's hard. Yeah.
But you look at a guy like that, and then is that the guy that's going to be in front of his team? That's what the hell? Come on. The only thing, like everyone knows, even back east, that UCLA and USC are in LA. Everybody knows that.
Oh my God, it was so bad. It was so bad. All right, let's wrap up the daily puck drop, the DPD, with Hey What the Puck. It's brought to you by Restoration One of North Seattle, your restoration company. Lets you avoid the stress of water, fire, and mold damage with their property restoration services. Locally owned and operated. Make them your first call when damages affect your residential or commercial property. 206-817-8917. Visit them online at restoration1.com. North Seattle franchise. Jimbo, it is Friday voicemail day. All right, we got a lot of them. I'm not sure I can play all of them.
Oh, come on.
I'll try to get to most of them. We got like 6 of them.
Okay, great.
Okay, quickly. It's a lot of Mariners. Here we go.
Mariners, oh Mariners, I still hope your trident's thrashing as your good ship may be crashing. Are you aware? For you I say a prayer.
What do you think of that one? We got a lot of songs today.
Oh, I kind of liked it. It's creative.
Pretty good? Yeah, pretty good. Not bad. All right, here's another Mariners voicemail. Friday voicemails here on Hey What the Puck on the DPD.
Hello, Mariners, my friend. I've come to mourn with you again.
Same guy.
JP and Julio are falling. I thought our management was all in. And my eyes cry heavy tears with many fears in the sounds of silence.
Where would you give that?
I would give that a better grade than the first one.
So you like the second one better than the first one, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, we got another. This is the third Mariner song that we have. It's unbelievable.
Hey, Puck and Jim, it's your new head coach of the Seattle Seahawks, Michael McDonald. Yeah. I made a little song for Jim when he was talking about his little blue pills the other day. Hope you like it. Jim keeps forgetting he can't get hot anymore. Jim keeps forgetting he'll probably never please his wife again. Jim keeps forgetting he probably should have been quit. Jim keeps forgetting, baby. Go Hawks.
Thoughts on new head coach Michael McDonald singing on Friday voicemails?
Thought that was awesome. Yeah. I mean, Michael McDonald, the Doobie Brothers connection there. That was really well done.
Okay, would you like to hear from Ryan Divish on Friday voicemails?
I would.
Oh, what's that? What's wrong with the pets? Have the animals have they run off?
River, come here.
Here we go. River is running in a street.
Jesus.
Here we go.
Okay, we got Ryan Divish impersonator?
Yeah. Do you need to leave?
No.
Okay.
No, there's a truck coming my way, though.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Hey, everybody. Ryan Divish here, reporting to you live from the YMCA Steam Room to promote my new special, The Divish Dog at Hatback Grill. Comes with a dog and a Rainier for $39. Go get it.
Kind of sounds like Divish, where he's always kind of like, I love the hot dog, the Rainier at Hatback Grill for $39. Sounds about right.
Yeah, that's
what's going on. What's going on with the dogs? You are looking distracted. You're sounding distracted. Are the dogs running towards?
Here? Okay, thanks. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm kind of in an area that was off limits. But the guy just stopped to use the honey bucket over here.
Okay, it's private property. Are you on private property? Where are you?
Well, I don't know. It doesn't look so private. I mean, they're going to build here eventually.
All right.
Yeah.
I got 2 more here on Friday voicemails. Here's we got Chris Egan checking in.
Hey, Puck, it's Chris Egan reporting to you live from lovely, lovely Paris. got a little update from you. I've picked up smoking. I'm doing my own makeup. I've gone through half of the pairs of underwear I brought along. I've got 2 yellow jackets left and am only wearing Union Bay cargo shorts. Laundry is a miss, but I'm staying positive and pumping up Puck Sports here in Paris.
You know, not the best Chris Egan, but I thought I'd play it.
I liked it.
Yeah, it's okay. It wasn't great.
No, but I mean, he made the effort. Kind of sounded like Egan.
A little bit. Chris Egan podcast, by the way, released at 1 o'clock today on Friday from Paris. All right. I think you're going to enjoy this last one. Okay. It's pretty good. It's not bad. It could use a little fine tuning, but it's pretty good. Ladies and gentlemen, the head football coach of the University of Washington, Big Ten Media Day, the Fisher, Jed Fish.
We now go live with Jed Fish press conference. Hey, everybody. My name's Jed. I don't think I've ever brought this up before, but I do have ties to the NFL. First question. Hey, Jed. What are your favorite colors? Oh, that's easy. Red, white, and blue. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know you were so patriotic. Not about the USA. All about the NFL. Next question. Hey, Jed. Why did you take the Washington job? Oh, that's a interesting question. Yeah, so my agent called. He said, hey, Jed, Washington's interested in you. I said, huh? To coach the football team? He says, yeah. Well, I was all excited. I think he was talking about the NFL's Washington football team, and I just signed up. So here I am. But like I always say, there's always next year.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Jed Fish is great, but do we have to hear more about the NFL?
Did you just say Jed? You just said he was great.
Oh, he's a great talker, but my God, do we have to hear more about the NFL? Hey, did you know that he worked with Bill Belichick? Do you know he worked with Sean McVay? Do you know he worked with? I mean, good God.
That soundbite he had
so
yesterday
annoying.
Talking about Washington football and W is for winning and W is for work. And I'm just, come on. The guy's a salesman, man. Look, we got to get Armando. We got to get Armando on the show here.
Yeah,
I want to see what Armando thinks about him. Yeah.
That was a pretty good Jed Fish. All right, that's pretty good voicemails. A lot of voicemails coming in here on Hey What the Puck Friday voicemails. Hey What the Puck here on the Daily Puck Drop, brought to you by Restoration One of North Seattle, your restoration company that lets you avoid the stress of water, fire, and mold damage with their property. Restoration Services, locally owned and operated. Make them your first call when damages affect your residential or commercial property, Jim. 206-817-8917. Visit them online at restoration1.com, your North Seattle franchise. All right. Well, have a great rest of your Friday there, sir.
Okay.
What do you got planned? What do you got planned?
I'm going to, you know what, though? I'll do better next week. I'll try and figure out a better situation. I don't know why the AirPods aren't working. I don't get that. So anyway, I'll work on that. My plans for today are, to play 9 holes at Back 9 Golf, which is kind of just down the road from Lost Tracks, and then working the concert tonight.
Beautiful.
Not sure what I'm going to be doing there, but I'm going to be working 3:30 to 11 tonight. Yeah, 7.5 hours. I think is it Fish? Do we know Fish?
I know Fish, sure.
PHISH. That's who's in concert tonight.
Great. You're going to like him. What
kind of crowd can I expect tonight?
Were you a Grateful Dead listener?
I was not. I mean, I wasn't I wasn't like Bill Walton going to every concert or anything like that. I was the opposite.
Do you know that music and the people?
Yeah.
That's Fish.
Okay. So a lot of guys getting high tonight and drinking.
Lot of weed.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of weed there, my friend, and acid and whatever else.
Yeah.
A lot of it.
Okay. Well, I'm hoping I'm not the wander guy tonight. You know, sometimes I have the wand.
Okay. Yeah, don't wand. All right. We're going to follow all of your adventures tonight on X. Follow them at Cougs Go. You can follow me at Puck2040 on X and also on Instagram, also TikTok at Puck_sports, and find us on Facebook there as well. The Daily Puck Drop released every day at 10 a.m. Remember, all guests released at 1 o'clock. Please like, follow, subscribe, comment on YouTube, Apple, Spotify, and of course, you can find all of our content up at Pucksports.com. We will talk to you later. As always, we promise to be better.
No shirt, no shoes, no ties.
Would anybody like to smoke some pot?
Yeah. I was born to love you. I was born
born to lick your face. I was born to rub you, but you were born to rub me first.
What do you need my address for?
We'd like to send out a mailer.
Mother of mercy, I don't speak Japanese!